Hi guys, I just wanted to do a quick share on some art journal pages I had done a couple weeks ago. Um, this is something that I'd wanted to do for a while. I don't get much time to create anymore, and I think I just need some motivation to get started doing it again. Sometimes the cleanup is a pain. I don't have a studio or anything. I do all of my work at my kitchen table or my dining room table, so sometimes at the end of the night after putting 3 kids to bed, I just don't feel like cleaning up. But I really would like to get back into it because I had a lot of fun with a couple of pages I did. So this is the journal I'm using, and it's nothing fancy. It's just um, a journal that my husband had given me, and I already have like paint and stuff in it. Um, a couple of years back, and it's just from Barnes & Noble. It's just a regular lined journal. So starting with the first page, just and I have this tissue paper, this wax paper in between because my pages started sticking. I don't know if there's a good fixative or something I can spray on, but for now this is working. So I had seen someone else do a page similar to this, and as usual, I wish I had written down their name. It was a page for, I think, her and her husband's anniversary, and she'd started off with a layer of all these crumpled papers, and then she painted over it and did all kinds of things, but I really liked it when it was tone on tone before she added in all the colors. So I decided to do something similar just to get the playing with gluing down papers. So this is just tissue paper that I crumpled up and glued down. And then this lettering right here, I used the leftovers of some chipboard punch-out letters that I had. I used the inside of it and made some molding paste at home and put that in there. And I also put some sand in the molding paste for some texture. And thank you, Teague. And then this little heart here I just had cut out of some watercolor paper and put some gesso down. So it says love messy art. So that was just kind of fun, but see, this is the transfer from the other page. And then the next page is this right here. And this has just about everything on it. I have ink on here, stamping on here, acrylic paints. The little tiles for this roof here were all pieces that I cut out of magazine just for different textures and prints. So I glued all those down and then I outlined them in ink. This little house. And actually my husband had, I'm using all of his old art school art supplies from, oh, I don't know, like almost 20 years ago now that he was in art school. So I probably should invest in some new things. So right now I'm just playing, and a lot of times I don't necessarily know how to use things. So he had this ink that he had used on Scratchboard. We like carve out a design or something, you braid down with it. And this was like a solid black and white. And then when I went to put down some of the golden, like, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like glossy medium or something to kind of protect the page, all my ink ran. So I ended up going back over and kind of brushing it out to give this look. But this was like a stark black and white originally, and it got a little messed up. And just give me an overview. There's, I know it's hard to see on the iPhone camera. There's another, I had something that I cut out of a magazine and put under there. And just painted over it. I did some journaling over here and stuck down some different letters. And you can see some stamping in the background here. I just mixed up some, this blue paint actually, I don't know if you can tell, it's a little sparkly. That was actually some airbrush liquid that I had, and I just, it's really thin, and I just dripped that down with my brush and did some doodling here. And this sun was also, I found it in a magazine, and I just cut it out, and I added some other things to it. So that was my first official page. The other page I went back and did. And I just prepped this by laying some gesso down the page, so it's really thick. And then what I've been doing from after this page is that I glue the next 2 pages back to back, and then it just makes it nice and stiff. And then right here, I decided to actually make the wax paper like a part of my journal by using some washi tape and attaching it. And what's holding that in there is that I don't want my journal to be really fat and bowed. It doesn't have to be perfectly flat, but what I did was I cut out with an X-Acto knife maybe 5 or so pages in the middle of my next 2 pages, so it won't get too bulky. So this, once again, was just playing. There's some, you know, scrapbooking stickers here, and I kind of wanted the background to look a little bit like a chalkboard effect. So I laid down some black ink, and actually before I left a box and I did a gel transfer. So this was actually a photo that I printed out in my inkjet printer onto regular paper, and then I applied the medium to it, put it down, let it sit, and then rubbed off the back with water. So it's kind of got a little bit of a dreamy look to it. And I just printed out, this was a little vellum tag, and I ran it through my printer. And the other half of my heart just fell off because of the way when I stapled it, it split. So it kind of looks like a broken heart. I might go back and put a new one on there. And that was just a wood veneer heart that I had colored in with. I have the Sharpie oil paint markers. So I just colored it in with that. And then this was just some scrapbooking paper that I cut to be a tab. Some more wood veneers. This was a tag that came from a scrapbooking kit from Studio Calico. Just Amy Tangerine. I just kind of inked up the edges with some chalk ink. And so that's that. And then on the other side is just another, this was the first time my husband had brought his surfboard to the beach with the boys. So they both got onto the surfboard that day. So this is one of my favorite pictures of my husband with my son sitting on the surfboard. And again, I did the gel transfer on here. Some stamping. I had put a wash of like watercolors down on top of some gesso before I started the page. So just a light effect in the back. And some more wood veneers. And then this next page, rather than gluing them back to back, what I did was I made a little pocket. So I just, I think I just stapled. You see. Oh no, actually, I don't know if I'll be able to show this. I wanted the pocket to be open. I didn't want things to get stuck in there. So I actually inserted a piece of paper that I cut to fit and folded it in half and glued it in there so the pocket could open more. I don't know if you can really see that in there. It's just a piece of paper. And then on the actual paper that was in there, I just cut a little piece off of the Handley Transparency and stapled it onto the edge so it makes a little tab. And then this is just some journaling from one morning. I'm sorry, my hand keeps getting, I have a new phone case and holding my phone a little awkward right now. Just some journaling that's stuck in there in that pocket. Try to give you a view of my kitchen floor. And then this was just a card that I had found, a printable actually for Project Life that I thought was really cool. I had actually done some journaling on this page. And it was one of those things where you just want to get it out of your head, but you don't necessarily want to go back and read it. So you can still see some of like the thoughts that were going on. And then this is just, I had gotten a new watercolor palette. So this is just me playing with the watercolors in the background. And then I remembered that I had this card and it went really well with the colors. And I love this quote. If you have good thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams and you will always look lovely. And I think it's because some of the things I'd written were kind of like for me and a little bit whiny. And, you know, we all go there sometimes. So I wrote it down and then covered it up and kind of clean slate, get rid of all of it. And then put this card down on top to remind me, you know, that it's okay to let those things out, but kind of get back into the moment. And then that's where I just kind of stopped. I started laying down this page right here. This is actually a page I had watercolored. I'm gonna actually wanted to do some people on this page, and one of the girls, I wanted her shirt to be like a red pinky color, so I watercolored this down, and I'll probably cut out a shirt for her later. And then this is a heart I want to use on this page, so it's just stuck in there. And, Same thing, there's this other piece of paper that I wanted to use in there. So all I've done with this page so far is kind of prepped it. I gessoed the page. I put down this scrapbooking paper that I really liked, and I washed over that. And then I also put down some book paper, just ripped out of just a thrift store book. And there's a strip of that people paper right there. So that's probably all I use of that. I just have the extra piece in here. And then I went and washed some more color over the papers I had glued down. Then I actually started prepping by gluing it to the next page. So, and then here it says cut me ×5. So I'll go ahead and cut out before I start my next entry. So that's it. Nothing professional, nothing, I know, you know, there's a lot of really amazing art journalers out there, but this is just kind of advice for me. Just to get some ideas and creativity down on paper and not have to worry about it. Sometimes with other, like I don't draw realistic things or anything like that. So if I think about it too much, I tend not to create, and I really need that outlet. This is just a way for me to be able to do, like it says, you know, in the front, just love messy art, just create, slap things down on the page and be able to cover it up and just add more layers if I don't like what's there. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and maybe you could share with me some of your art journaling videos. Thanks.